All right, so we're going to take a look at Tainan's 2026 Worlds matches. There's 4 of them, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and typically we wouldn't be able to do something like this in a 20-30 minute kind of review because matches are 10 minutes long, and uniquely with Tainan's matches, they were all under 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So I think it was around 6 minutes and 12 seconds. And so what we get into here, what we'll notice is I'll kind of talk about the first 2 matches, and then the next 2, they're, I wouldn't say they're mirror of the matches, because what you'll notice here is they all finish the same way. They all finish on the back. But there's some really interesting things that, as I was reviewing this and kind of looking back at some of Tynan's stuff, is the way he plays and attacks the position. And I'm not sure if it was just this year that he went out this way, but the statement that he made of having all submissions, and the points they didn't seem to be a factor. It seemed like the submission was what he was going for. So he won all his 4 matches by the same submission from the back, his kind of bow and arrow choke. So because matches are so short, it gave me a little bit of time to go back in and take a look at some of the other matches that led up to this, which was really interesting. So if I close this for a second, and we look at Tainan's matches here, Tainan, his first match was with his Alvim, and then it was with Silva, Leonardo, Pedro Leonardo Silva, and then Matheus Luna, and then this was the finals match, this Natan Chueng. And there's some interesting things that take place in this. So using this jiu-jitsu net, looking at his first match, you can see he had a match that he won, and then the next one was.
I'm be sharing it all if you're trying to share.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can. Maybe it's just sharing my one screen. Maybe it's just sharing this. It's just sharing this, right? Can you see the?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Change. Maybe it's just going to share my one screen. All right, well, let me just go through this then. I'll see if I can figure that out at the end. So we'll go ahead and play this through. What was interesting is this first match with Alvim is this is his, I think it's Oilson Alvim. His first match, he won, and I didn't review that one to see how he won. But we'll go through this beginning here. What I noticed right away in this match, which is different than all the next 3, is this is the only match Tynan pulls. And if we go back and see when he pulls, Tynan likes to pull with his double lapel. He gets a double lapel and then pulls into that kind of open closed guard position, sets up his reverse de la Hiva. And this was actually probably one of the longer matches here. He gets into the sweep, and what's interesting here is they're both holding onto pants, so they can't build up height here. But Tynan starts to weave his right foot in, and now he's adjusting his base, and now he'll be able to come up into that grip on that pants becomes nothing. All right, and now what Tynan does is he's looking to do these outside speed passing kind of situations. You'll see he'll get a grip on the collar, a grip on the pant, and he's going to look to get into like a knee slice. In this case, he's exposing the back right away, but you'll see him go back to this. They'll have to it's kind of off screen at this point. Sorry. Let me see if I can. Yeah, they adjust the cameras here. And so the real grips here is he always has like one hand is on one side, the other hand is on the other side. This grip with it moves so fast. It moves so fast. This grip that he gets, with his. Let's see if I can see here. He exposes the back, which is he typically gets the back from there. All right, and this grip that he gets with his right hand, you'll see he has it on the pant right now, but he's going to switch this hand to this mirror grip. I call it mirror grip. Is just on the same side. That hand, if you watch, once he connects it, it doesn't move. So now he's the back step, then he does a back spin. Now watch this hand here. Once it connects to this cross grip, this becomes important for his back take. Now this part, I think it was the mistake on if I could do this. The camera's kind of out of. This is the mistake on his opponent. He just tries to pull away, and by pulling away, it just allowed Tynan to kind of sit into this, and then just put his left leg over for that top hook, which he typically rolls through. And now they're out of bounds. So what he's going to do is solidify the position because they'll know they'll be reset. He's got a body lock, and now they'll reset in the middle. I mean, you could almost run through all these matches twice, but because they go so darn fast. Try to get here.
So you can see he almost used the cross grip. He kind of did similar to what we looked at when we were looking at Turismo. He did the long step to the cross grip.
Right.
But he went right to the back then.
Yeah, he did that top spin.
He wasn't like hanging out there, like doing the sprawling and waiting. He like cross step to immediately long step to get into the back almost.
They'll adjust the camera in a second, but yeah, that top spin that he does. This match is. They'll adjust it in a second.
Just a quick question.
Yeah, right.
Why, instead of pulling away, what should the opponent have done?
That's a good question, but by he's probably to get his back to the mat and keep peeling away.
Okay.
But by leaning forward, you're just exposing the back to the situation, and you can. I'll go back and show that again, but you'll see other guys that are playing. This happens over and over. Tynan just creates this. He goes between two different passing styles. His outside speed passing, which is usually trying to do, he's connecting a grip on the pant and a grip on the collar, and he's looking to get through either a knee slice, and then he'll step back into like a knee weave, like so that the person can't turn back into him. He keeps them twisted, shoulders one direction, hips the other direction. And you'll see some of these guys will try to get turned back into him, but it doesn't really matter because Tynan has such great control here. It's really for me to say this is what this guy should do is
Right.
a little above my pay grade, I feel like. But as they restart here, he's already got the body lock on. He's got a double lapel grip, and then this move that he does, all he's doing is adjusting his hands here right now. He has one hand on the cross lapel and the other hand's on the other cross lapel, and it's almost like we call it sometimes a zipper choke. But what Tynan does is he baits him to go over his foot, and then he puts it on the collar, and then it's a bow and arrow choke. All right. So again, it's fast. It's really fast to see, and it happens over. But this position where he's got the body lock on right now, he's controlling him until he gets the grips he likes. Once he gets the grips he likes, then grips are set, and now he just puts the leg over the thing and pulls. You can still he holds on to it right there for a second. So this so for this next match is Pedro Leonardo, and this is the quarterfinals, and this is where you see this double lapel. And so he'll either pull or he'll, in this case, Pedro's going to pull and establish his closed guard or his reverse daily diva position. What was really interesting there was as he got pulled into that almost into the closed guard, A lot of people will get pulled into closed guard right away, and they'll accept it. Maybe not at this level, but what you should notice here is when he gets pulled in, Tynan puts that left knee up to prevent his legs from closing. All right. And you won't notice this too often with Tynan, that his feet are down or his knees are down for too long. He establishes a grip on the collar, a grip on the pant. And now he's got his shin on that thigh. And that's the ideal spot where you want to be as a top passer. So the two different things that Tynan was, I don't think I finished my thought, but is Tynan's an outside speed passer and a mid-range pressure passer, right? So there's three ranges that they like to go through in these. Is that close passing, which you're kind of, putting tons of pressure in, and kind of an OG style or a lower style. Then there's this mid kind of range where you can back out, do headquarters, a lot of left passes in this range, a lot of Tynan passes in this range. But what I notice with Tynan is his grip changing. He's constantly changing from either a mirror grip, meaning his right hand is going to be controlling the left lapel, so like you're looking in a mirror, versus his right hand controlling the right lapel. That'd be a cross grip. And then if he's grabbing a lapel, he's grabbing a pant somewhere. Now this is what we're calling like a shin pin. The knee is on one side, the foot is controlling here. This becomes important because Tynan's going to let go with his right hand to start working to get the lapel. And I'm not sure right now if he controlled the elbow to pull his knee across, because it's hard to see him here, but typically that's what he does. He'll pin here, pull the elbow straight, and then shoot his hips forward. Now you can see that he let go of it because Pedro was able to base up on his hand. And Tynan just moves his weight over him to try to get his back flat on the mat. Now he's going to grab a collar, and he's going to grab the top pan again. That's a mirror grip. This here, he'll punch straight, and he'll punch that straight. Trying to punch that leg straight. For a little bit, Pedro almost gets into that deep half setup. But Tynan kind of defends that by moving backwards. See how I grabbed his belt, and pulled him back onto his side. And if you're kind of following jiu-jitsu a little bit, like a lot of jiu-jitsu people playing this kind of concave position where it's kind of curved. And as I'm reading through, like in the scientific jiu-jitsu, this is kind of at the detriment of the bottom player. This position is taking you out of an alignment of strength. And what he should be doing is, obviously pushing him away with both hands. Tynan is making that impossible. He's got a grip on the collar and he's bending him. He's bending him forward. He just has better positioning to be able to do this. And when you're dealing with guys that are similar size,